Jeff Gordon, the original teenage phenom. Jeff Gordon burst onto the NASCAR scene as a fresh-faced kid and swiftly earned the nickname Wonder Boy. At 21, he was already racing alongside legends like Dale Earnhardt, and by 24, he claimed his first Cup Series championship. Gordon's fearless driving and polished media savvy transformed NASCAR, proving that a young California kid could dominate a traditionally Southern veteran sport. He racked up 93 Cup wins and 4 championships in his career, silencing any doubters of his early hype. From hosting Saturday Night Live to winning the Daytona 503 times, Gordon fulfilled every bit of his Wonder Kid promise. Decades later, fans still recall how a mustachioed 20-year-old rookie shocked the racing world and changed it forever. Kasey Atwood, the next Jeff Gordon that wasn't. In the late 1990s, Kasey Atwood was touted as NASCAR's next big thing. At just 18 years old, he became the youngest driver ever to win a NASCAR Busch Series race in 1999. Team owners drooled over his talent. Ray Evernham even said everybody expected him to be the next Jeff Gordon. Atwood jumped to the Cup Series at 20 with huge hype, but the dream fizzled fast. He managed only one top 5 finish in his Cup career and lost his top ride after 2 tough seasons. By his early 20s, this wonderkid was out of NASCAR's spotlight. Kasey's tale is a cautionary one of too much too soon, a rocket ship rise that never reached orbit. Joey Logano, sliced bread rises to the top. They called Joey Logano sliced bread, as in the greatest thing since, when he was just a teenager. At 18, he shattered records as NASCAR's youngest Xfinity winner, and by 19, he became the youngest ever Cup Series victor. Early on, the Prodigy struggled to find his footing against veteran Cup competition, but Logano kept learning. Fast forward, and he's now a 3-time Cup Series champion, 2018, 2022, 2024, with over 30 career wins, proving Mark Martin's hype was right all along. From being mentored by legends to becoming one himself, Logano fulfilled the sky-high expectations. The kid who once packed a Game Boy for race weekends grew into the man hoisting championship trophies. The best thing since sliced bread, indeed. Trevor Bayne, Daytona's one-hit wonder kid. Trevor Bayne's story is like a racing fairy tale. In 2011, just one day after his 20th birthday, Bayne shocked the world by winning the Daytona 500 in only his second Cup start. Suddenly, the baby-faced kid from Tennessee was NASCAR's newest hero, the youngest Daytona 500 champion ever. But the magic proved fleeting. Over the next few years, Bayne never found victory lane again and struggled to recapture that early glory. By 2018, he lost his full-time Cup ride. After a brief hiatus, he returned for select Xfinity starts with Joe Gibbs Racing in 2022-23 and has remained active in NASCAR, even if he hasn't raced full-time in Cup since. Fans still cheer that Cinderella win at Daytona, but Bayne's career shows how unpredictable racing can be. His Wonder Kid moment came in an instant and remains a legendary upset that defined his journey. Chase Elliott, golden child turns champion. From the moment he could walk, Chase Elliott had stock car racing in his veins. As the son of Hall of Famer Bill Elliott, big expectations shadowed Chase's every lap. He delivered in style. In 2014, 18-year-old Chase became the youngest champion in NASCAR National Series history when he won the Xfinity Series title. The Georgia kid with the easy grin then jumped to Cup, inheriting Jeff Gordon's famed number 24. Chase's talent translated to the big leagues, and in 2020, he clinched the NASCAR Cup Series championship to fulfill his destiny. With a fan-favorite flair and a knack for clutch victories on road courses, Elliott has more than lived up to the Wonder Kid hype. He proved that awesome Bills boy could write his own legend. Harrison Burton, stock car legacy meets harsh reality. Harrison Burton grew up in the shadow of his dad, Jeff Burton, and early on it looked like he'd match the family legacy. As a teen, Harrison racked up ARCA wins, and in 2020, became a 4-time Xfinity Series race winner and Rookie of the Year. That success vaulted the Wunderkind straight into a legendary Wood Brothers Cup ride at age 21. But the Cup level has been a humbling teacher. His rookie campaign produced 2 top 10s, including a 3rd at Indianapolis, but consistency was hard to find. The raw talent is there. He's shown flashes of speed, but Harrison's story is still unfolding. Fans hope this Wonder Kid can turn lessons into results and carry on the Burton name in victory lane. Kyle Busch, Rowdy reigns supreme. Kyle Rowdy Busch was breaking records before he was even old enough to compete. At 16, Busch's truck efforts collided with tobacco sponsorship restrictions. After he was pulled from the 2001 Fontana truck race, NASCAR set the National Series minimum age at 18 for 2002. By 20, Busch snagged his first Cup win, a record at the time, and was well on his way to superstardom. Known for his fiery personality and ridiculous car control, Busch validated the Prodigy talk by becoming the all-time wins leader in Xfinity, 102, and trucks, 67, and winning 2 Cup titles. He's amassed 63 Cup Series victories, 9th on the all-time list, along with 2 Cup championships, 2015 and 2019. Busch also shattered records in Xfinity and trucks, becoming the winningest driver in those series histories. Once a brash wonderkid who ruffled veterans' feathers, Rowdy Busch matured into a NASCAR legend, still adding to his legacy. Brian Vickers, team champ to Trials and Tribulations. In 2003, 20-year-old Brian Vickers etched his name in NASCAR's history books as the then-youngest National Series champion, age 20 in 2003, a mark later broken by Chase Elliott at 18 in 2014. He beat veterans to claim the Busch Series, now Xfinity title, and was promptly promoted to a Cup Series ride with Hendrick Motorsports. Early on, Vickers was billed as a can't-miss kid, and he did score a dramatic Cup win at Talladega in 2006. But consistency eluded him. He found new life with a smaller team, earning a few more victories and even an upset playoff berth. Unfortunately, health issues, including blood clots, sidelined him during what should have been his prime. Vickers flashed brilliance in bursts, yet never reached the superstar status forecasted in his wonderkind days, making his journey a bittersweet one. Kyle Larson, from dirt prodigy to Cup dominance. Kyle Larson was often described as the next Jeff Gordon or Tony Stewart before he ever turned a lap in NASCAR. A California kid with a dirt racing pedigree, Larson had car control beyond his years. He jumped to NASCAR's big leagues at 21 and showed flashes of brilliance right away. It all clicked in 2021, when Larson assembled one of the most dominant seasons in modern history, 10 wins and a Cup Series championship. Not bad for a driver who had been touted as a phenom since day one. Larson's journey hasn't been without bumps, but he emerged stronger, fulfilling the sky-high expectations. From outrageous dirt track exploits to hoisting the Cup trophy, this wonderkid-turned-champion proved the hype was real. Kasey Kahne, flashy debut, steady career. Kasey Kahne arrived in the Cup Series in 2004 as a 23-year-old replacing legend Bill Elliott, and he immediately turned heads. In his rookie season, Kahne finished second an astonishing 5 times, making him a media darling and the sport's newest poster boy. He finally broke through with his first win in 2005, then went on a tear in 2006 with 6 victories. Though he never captured a championship, Kahne compiled 18 Cup Series wins over his career and became known for his smooth driving style and marketable persona. Fans recall the early hype, the magazine covers, the Young Gun TV ads, and while he didn't dominate like some predicted, Kahne delivered a solid career. He fulfilled enough of the wonderkid promise to leave a lasting impression. William Byron, iRacing prodigy to Cup contender. William Byron's rise was as fast and modern as it gets. A champion on computer sim racers before he even had a driver's license, Byron translated his virtual skills to real tracks with stunning success. He set a rookie record with 7 Truck Series wins in 2016, then won the Xfinity Series championship in 2017 at age 19. Billed as Hendrick Motorsports' next ace, Byron jumped to the Cup Series and took over Jeff Gordon's famed number 24 ride at just 20. After a learning curve, he has blossomed into a race winner and playoff contender, notching 15 Cup victories and 2 Daytona 500 triumphs by 2025. The quiet kid who honed his craft online became a bona fide NASCAR star, fulfilling his wonderkid promise. Erik Jones, teen prodigy, seeks second act. Erik Jones made headlines by beating Kyle Busch, his future boss, in a Truck Series race at age 17. By 19, he was the youngest Truck Series champion ever and was tagged for a meteoric ascent to NASCAR's top level. Jones kept the momentum, winning Xfinity Series races and earning a coveted Joe Gibbs Racing Cup ride while barely in his 20s. Early on, he notched 3 career Cup wins, including the prestigious Southern 500. But consistency proved challenging, and Jones lost his elite ride after 2020. Now driving for a smaller team, he's fighting to reclaim that wonderkid trajectory. Erik's natural talent is undeniable. The racing world saw it when he was a teenager, and his story isn't over yet. Christopher Bell, dirt sensation turned closer. Christopher Bell built his reputation sliding sideways on dirt tracks, a fearless Oklahoma kid who could win in anything. Backed by Toyota's driver development, Bell tore through the ranks. He clinched the 2017 Truck Series Championship and set an Xfinity Series rookie record with 7 wins in 2018. The hype meter was red hot, and Bell graduated to the Cup Series in 2020. After a learning year, he showed why he was labeled a prodigy, earning clutch playoff victories and a Championship 4 appearance in 2022. While a Cup title still awaits, Bell has already validated much of the early promise. He's a weekly threat and elite qualifier, proving that the kid who dominated NASCAR's biggest stages can hang with NASCAR's best on Sundays. Bubba Wallace, breaking barriers under pressure. Bubba Wallace first turned heads not just for his speed, but for the history he was making. In 2013, he became the first black driver in 50 years to win a NASCAR National Series race when he conquered Martinsville in the Truck Series at age 20. That victory, one of 6 truck wins he'd earned, put Bubba in the spotlight as a pioneering wonder kid. He climbed to the Cup Series full-time in 2018, famously finishing runner-up in the Daytona 500 as a rookie. Wallace's path hasn't been easy, balancing competitive pressures with his role as a trailblazer. In 2021, he broke through with a dramatic Talladega Cup win, added another at Kansas in 2022, and earned a third with the 2025 Brickyard 400 on Indianapolis's Oval. Bubba's journey is still unfolding, but he's already etched his name in NASCAR lore. Ty Gibbs, generational talent in a hurry. Ty Gibbs grew up watching his Hall of Fame grandfather Joe Gibbs celebrate championships, and Ty seemed determined to add to the family legacy from day one. He obliterated the ARCA Series, winning 18 races in just 47 starts, a 38% win rate. In 2022, at 20 years old, Gibbs captured the Xfinity Series Championship in his first full-time season. He wasn't classified as a rookie, becoming one of the youngest champions in series history. Not only that, he won his first Xfinity race at age 18 in his series debut. Talk about announcing your arrival. While Gibbs hasn't yet scored his first Cup victory as of 2025, Ty carries sky-high expectations on his shoulders. His aggressive style and raw speed have already drawn comparisons to the sport's greats. If his trajectory continues, this wonder kid could be NASCAR's next powerhouse. Ryan Blaney, from youngest winner to clutch closer. Ryan Blaney, son of sprint car legend Dave Blaney, quickly made a name for himself on NASCAR's ladder. In 2012, 18-year-old Blaney became the youngest driver ever to win a Truck Series race, showcasing a poise and racecraft beyond his years. He smoothly transitioned to the Cup Series and found himself battling for wins with Team Penske's powerhouse squad. Though early seasons were marked by near misses, Blaney earned a reputation for clutch wins and tight finishes and for being one of the garage's most popular young stars. With 15 Cup victories now under his belt and a fan-favorite personality, Blaney continues to build on the early hype. The kid who broke records is now a cornerstone of NASCAR's next generation of stars. Austin Dillon. Heritage, hype, and hard-won success. Carrying the famed number 3 on his door, Austin Dillon had hefty expectations as Richard Childress's grandson. He proved he wasn't just a name. Dillon won the Truck Series Championship in 2011 and the Xfinity Series Championship in 2013, all by age 23. Those titles, plus a pair of Rookie of the Year awards, crowned him a NASCAR wonderkid destined for Cup competition. In the Cup Series, Dillon's results have been solid, if not superstar level. He etched his own legacy with triumphs in some of NASCAR's biggest races, including the Daytona 500, 2018, and Coca-Cola 600, 2017. With 6 Cup wins to date, Dillon hasn't dominated like some other phenoms, but he's carved out a respectable career. The kid born into stock car royalty proved he belonged in the family business. Hailie Deegan. From history maker to work in progress, Hailie Deegan burst into NASCAR with a lot of buzz and a bit of history. In 2018, at just 17, she muscled her way to a K&N Pro Series West victory, becoming the first woman to ever win at that level. She went on to grab 2 more K&N West wins and plenty of attention as a fearless teenager not afraid to trade paint. Deegan's popularity skyrocketed. She was heralded as a female phenom who could break new ground. The transition to NASCAR's National Series, however, has been challenging. In the Truck Series, Deegan has shown flashes but no wins yet, learning the ropes in a tough field. Now 24 years old, this wonder kid is gaining experience lap by lap, determined to turn potential into performance in the years ahead. After several full-time truck seasons without a win, Deegan moved to Xfinity with AM Racing in 2024. parting ways mid-season, and in 2025 shifted to Indynext with HMD Motorsports. Adam Petty, a legacy unfulfilled. Adam Petty carried perhaps the heaviest legacy of all, the fourth generation of NASCAR's first family. As a teenager, Adam showed he had the talent to match the name. In 1998, at 18, he won his very first ARCA Series start at Charlotte, the youngest ARCA Superspeedway winner, and at the time the series' youngest race winner, a mark later lowered by Todd Gilliland at 15 years, 2 days in 2015. The victory electrified the sport. King Richard's grandson was following in the footsteps of Lee, Richard, and Kyle. Petty moved up to the Busch Series and even prepared for an imminent Cup debut, and the hype around this earnest, likable kid was enormous. Tragically, Adam's story ended before it could fully unfold, after a fatal crash during practice in 2000. He remains a poignant what-if, a wonder kid remembered for the immense promise he carried and the legacy he honored every time he hit the track. Cole Custer, teen record setter seeking redemption. Cole Custer's NASCAR career began with a historic splash. In 2014, at just 16 years old, he shocked the sport by winning a Truck Series race at New Hampshire, making him the youngest National Series winner at the time. The victory fueled sky-high expectations. He continued to impress, eventually moving up and nearly winning the Xfinity Series championship in 2019 after a 7-win season. Touted as Stewart-Haas Racing's next star, Custer got his shot in the Cup Series and even grabbed a win as a rookie in 2020. But consistency was hard to find. After 2 difficult Cup seasons, 2021-22, he returned to Xfinity in 2023, won the series championship, and rejoined the Cup Series full-time in 2025 with the Haas factory team. Now clawing his way back, Custer is a reminder that early success is only part of the journey. His wonderkid spark is still there. It's just waiting for the right moment to ignite again. We've seen some wonderkids rise and others fade. Who's your favorite young NASCAR talent of all time? Let us know in the comments. Thank you for watching The NASCAR Explainer.